We caught a spider at work yesterday and released it back into the wild. He was upset, but he was sitting there just trying to catch critters, trying to catch bugs as
Just
they
living
flew
his
by.
life, trying to eat.
Just like reaching his arms out, doing what he can.
You ruined his life.
You're probably right. Spooky, scary skeletons. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I like it.
Do do do. Oh, we don't get copyright strike for playing or for singing someone else's song. I think you can get away with that, actually.
I think you can, as long as it's not too much. All right.
Oh no! Speaking of spoopy, super spoopy.
You gonna say it like that the whole time?
No, I'm done. I'm done.
All right.
All right. Endless mode, continue, or new game. We're gonna do new game here.
So you said you were scrolling through your games and trying to get into the spirit of things.
Right.
So you chose this game.
Right.
Now, I've never even heard of this game. It's from 2014, I'm seeing.
It is a free-to-play game. It
Awesome.
popped up on my Steam, and I was like, I mean, yeah,
You gotta try it, right?
we'll try it out. So I tried it out several years ago. Thought, oh, that was fun. And then I quickly uninstalled it. Because I'm like, this is kind of silly.
As is the Steam way.
So I don't know what it says. What is this? Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. What did it say? Spooky's House and Jump Scares?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they changed the name of the game.
House of Jump Scares, yeah.
So the game that I wanted to play today, it was impossible to play. We've got controls here. Okay, I got to use the mouse to look around. Got it. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you got this.
Yeah, I got this. I've played.
Hello, I'm Spooky. Oh, there she is.
Hello, Spooky.
I'm guessing this is her house.
It's absolutely her house, and we've invaded it.
Excellent.
Oh, good. She just said it's her house. Probably.
1,000 rooms? That seems like a big ask.
So if you look closely, this is not Konami's PlayStation 1 classic Silent Hill.
No, it's not.
No,
I couldn't help but notice that.
No, I couldn't get it running. They never released Silent Hill 1 or 2 on PC. But, and the big but, there was a Silent Hill game on PC that I could have downloaded.
And?
It is stupid.
Oh.
Silent Hill 4 The Room. Are you familiar with it?
It sounds familiar, but...
I didn't care for it.
Yeah. I was never a big PC game player. If it didn't come out on a console, I probably haven't played it.
There's a following for it, like a kind of a cult following for Silent Hill 4 The Room. But it's, I mean...
Is it like the cult following for the movie The Room?
I think so.
Okay.
They're like, ooh, it's fun because it sucks.
Yeah. Oh, well, and there's a certain joy to be had in things, even if they do have pretty glaring shortcomings. But yeah, if it's just objectively not fun to play.
Did you see Tommy Wiseau, or not rather, James Franco playing Tommy Wiseau in the Room documentary?
Well, not documentary. Yeah, it's a biopic.
Biopic, that's what it is.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was
The Disaster Artist.
It made me uncomfortable.
Oh, wildly.
What's Tommy Wiseau's deal anyway?
He's serious and slightly mentally ill.
Okay.
That's mostly it.
He's Eastern European, right?
Nobody can really nail down his exact backstory.
Right, because
he's intentionally vague about it.
His accent is strange.
There are a couple of plausible explanations out there for how he self-financed a movie for several $1 million.
Right.
Because that is, anybody can be mentally ill and make up a backstory, but not a lot of them have the cash to throw down on something like that. So it's interesting because he just won't out and out say exactly what his deal is.
Yeah. So couldn't get Silent Hill running.
That's the moral of the story.
That's basically, and it's Tommy Wiseau's fault.
It's mostly Tommy's fault.
All right, Tommy. I don't want to go into how I tried to get it running.
Is this room what?
Because they were via emulators,
1,000?
and I'm not very good with emulators and getting them to do things. So I just gave up. What room is this? This is room 11.
I always thought emulators were pretty straightforward. You just download the emulator and then you run a ROM on it.
You'd think so.
I would think I would.
I found a good...
That's where I kind of left off with emulators.
There's a really good PS2 emulator. I couldn't get it to work. I don't know. It was late last night. It was like 11 o'clock, which is basically 4 in the morning for me.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses.
Oh, there are tons of them. I can go on all night on the excuses.
No, I think we should just talk more about this game. I like this game.
Let's see. We have a note. What's it say? At first, this place just seemed cute.
Well, that's an overstatement. It's brick walls with torches, but all right.
But I've been here for days now. I'm feeling quite parched now, and I keep getting this feeling like I am being watched by something.
Now.
This is not romantic at all.
Now.
Now?
Well, had a real rhyme scheme going there. And they just kind of dropped it off, so I added the nows.
Are you scared? Because that was kind of scared me. That spooked me a little bit. You're not the one playing, so you weren't expecting it.
I think it's a two-dimensional jump scare in a
piece
game.
Of cardboard. Tell me about some of the haunted houses that you've been to over the years that...
None.
You've never been to a haunted house?
Never. Why would I go to that?
I had to for work.
That doesn't even make sense.
It does make sense.
Oh, you worked for a radio station at the time? I mean, okay, that makes more sense.
I worked in radio. We had local haunted houses that advertised with us.
You're not just like, I was a blacksmith. We had to go for work.
And they were kind of cheesy, but they put a lot of effort into it.
Sure.
And they had fun with it. They were good people. I have nothing but positive things to say about their efforts that they've put forth.
Well, now I feel bad for
that being said, I've never been to like one of the big haunted houses.
Okay.
So there's this place where we live, and it's supposed to be some kind of like scream park with like 40, not 40. That's a bit much. 4. There's like 4 different haunted houses on site.
Right. They combined several attractions into one big creepy-esque.
I don't want to say what the name of it is because it'll give away everything about them. Big creepy thing that's a world of scares. You get it?
No.
Okay, because I sure do.
So anyway,
I know something is following me.
Their ads kind of take over, end of September.
Right.
Through November, basically.
And they're like, can you survive? Yeah, of course I can. Yeah. It's not one of those weird haunted houses where you had to sign a waiver.
All right.
But I feel like I am prancing through the same rooms over and over. Hopefully leaving notes as breadcrumbs will prove I am making progress in reaching some destination. I just hope I don't run out of ink. I am dreadfully thirsty. Sam.
Well, download Tinder. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
So never been to a haunted house. Do you want to go to a haunted house, or do you have any no desire whatsoever?
Well, I was actually talking to my wife recently, and she was mentioning that she wanted to take her 11-year-old nephew.
Okay.
Because he's never been, and he's kind of right at the age where he would actually get scared.
Okay.
So I was telling her that I would go to that. I would enjoy seeing him scared, but I don't think it's really gonna.
It's not gonna do anything for you.
I don't think it's gonna do much for me.
That's fair. It'll be fun to take the 11-year-old nephew though. That I think.
Well, that's it's kind of like going to see Santa Claus or something. Like you see it through someone else's eyes, and you can kind of have fun with it.
Right. You enjoy the reactions, you enjoy the time that they had, and then you go home and he tells all his friends about all the crazy stuff that he saw at the haunted house last night. And that's how childhood is. Ink, not quite quenching my thirst. Quit drinking the ink.
This person's drinking the ink from their notes. That's why the notes are getting shorter.
Taste is terrible. Stains are terrible. I don't think drinking it was a very romantic idea.
Romantic is a strange word there.
They keep using the word romantic. I don't think you know what that word means. You keep using that word.
It's inconceivable that there would be another word.
Aha, I get it.
You got it.
Yeah.
Look at all the torches. Who's maintaining all these torches?
We said
I haven't seen another living soul.
When we played Dark Souls 3, the Firelink Shrine, like the main hub of the game, there are candles everywhere.
Oh yeah, I think we made a Phantom of the Opera joke. There were so many candles.
Right. Like Gerard Butler goes in there every night just to keep them candles burning.
And there's just black smoke and soot all over the walls. That's got to be hard to maintain.
It's a bad time. No wonder she's blind. She's
sucking the oxygen out of the room.
I'm poking my eyes out because I can't bear to look at this anymore.
I'm actually getting lightheaded because of all the oxygen being sucked out of this room.
I found something today to satisfy my unromantic thirst.
Ah, there's that word again.
I awoke today from a brief faint and found before me a bottle of red wine.
Better than ink.
I am not sure what brand or year, for there is no label. All I gather is that it tastes strongly metallic.
I think she's drinking red ink. What do you think?
It's definitely red ink. Speaking of red ink, I finished up a new Netflix program last night called Midnight Mass.
I've been hearing a little bit of rumblings about that.
I highly recommend the first 6.5 episodes.
Oh.
The last episode and a half.
All right.
They had to tie it up, and I understand that. It's a limited series, right? So there will be no season 2 for Midnight Mass. The creator of the show, whose name escapes me, I think it was Mike Flanagan,
I think you're right, yeah.
And he's going to be doing The Midnight Club, which is an adaptation of a young adult 1994 novel by the same name.
All right.
And they think that Midnight Mass is going to tie into Midnight Club, kind of like how his House on Haunted Hill or whatever it's called. I don't think that's what it's called.
There's a million adaptations of that.
The Hill on Haunted House.
The hills have haunted eyes.
The new one is The Haunting of Bly Manor or something. Oh, it's
yeah.
He did those, and they were different stories, but he used the same actors, and the same actors from those two reappear in Midnight Mass.
Sort of like American Horror Story.
Yeah, kind of thing. That kind of anthology, except he's just doing completely different things.
Right.
This room looks inviting.
Yeah.
This room has a very Hereditary vibe to it.
Are you still keeping track of which room we're in?
It's in the top right corner of the screen.
We're in room 34.
We're room 35.
The most helpful for the audio.
So there are 1,000 rooms there.
Not everyone's.
Whoa!
Oh, skeleton popped out of the wall.
Which way?
Room 35. I say you go straight.
All right. Straight on until morning. Left or right?
Right.
Left? Right. It wraps back around. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It sure does.
This kind of this idea of these games that are just on one plane.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the old Doom games where there was just one plane of view. That was it.
And you just wander.
You just wandered, and occasionally you'd shoot stuff, but
trial and error. You just start to memorize the map and make your way from there.
Later Doom games, they were like, maybe we should add some sort of map feature to
No, that's silly.
That's ridiculous.
Have you used remember whenever we looked at the Fallen Order map? That map is garbage.
I hate the Fallen Order map
so much. That's the one that leaped out in my mind. It's just a terrible map idea.
My issue with it is because you really have to look at this thing and figure out, all right, so this is here.
It's so disorienting every time you look at it.
If I fly down this chute where he like ice skates down something, it'll take me here. Why did they add that in the map? This big long curve to nowhere.
You move the stick a little bit, it's gonna move levels now, and now you're gonna be disoriented again.
Congratulations, you're lost.
You're lost again.
That one kind of got me.
Sorry, I can't. I do the spider.
It appeared
so cheerful. Why is it so cheerful?
Well, I mean, it's a happy spider. You got nothing to be upset about.
It's a spider painted on cardboard.
Spiders are wonderful. We caught a spider at work yesterday and released it back into the wild. He was upset, but he was sitting there just trying to catch critters, trying to catch bugs as they flew by.
Just living his life, trying to eat.
Just like reaching his arms out, doing what he can.
You ruined his life.
You're probably right. It always feels like...
Room 42, watch out for Douglas Adams.
Whoa.
Whoa. Slimer there.
Hey.
Slimer and Slenderman had a kid.
Tiny faceless Cthulhu boy. It's little Cthulhu. All grown up. And we saved a spider. Do you save bugs? Or do you just get rid of bugs?
Well, define bugs. It's like a spider is different, I feel, than like if you find a cockroach.
You feel like spiders got a little more going on?
Spiders are helpful.
Yeah, that's true.
They're actively making the place cleaner of other bugs that can actually do harm to you.
We kind of look at a spider sometimes and we think, like a jumping spider, for example. We look at a spider and we go, oh, it's adorable in its own gross kind of way. It's got big furry eyeballs and there's 4 or 5 of them, you know. Room 48? Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the clock. I can see things. What are we talking about? Spiders, that's right.
You're terrible.
We've only seen spiders once so far. This room has a very, like I said before, this is the same room we ran in before, like there was some sort of worshiping going on here. So, wrapping back to Midnight Mass, it's a Jonestown Massacre.
Oh, okay.
/ I don't want to say the word I want to say because it'll give away part of the plot.
I don't care.
All right. I don't care either. It's a vampire thing.
Oh, what?
Oh, it is.
No,
I didn't expect that. I don't think that was wine.
I'll take What We Do in Shadows. Thank you.
I haven't seen any of the new season yet.
That's a good though. We wrapped it up with vampires and a crucifix in the game. I like that.
Yeah.
Here in room 50.
Game saved at room 50.
Super scary though. Skeleton, spider, lots of stuff popping out of the walls, but we're hanging in there.
I'm doing my best, baby.